Hey, what's up? Today's video, we're going to be talking about all the controversy going on with Kabam right now. So, I've kind of been living under a rock. I've been kind of just live streaming, playing with my community, and I haven't really been that tapped in because you guys know I suck at being on Discord. I suck at being tapped in and things. I've been in Discord here and there, and I've kind of learned a little bit about it, but I took some time and I kind of got a little bit more informed on what's going on. So, if you don't know, Kabam is in a little bit of controversy right now, which I feel like they always are, but that's also because the player base is so big and everybody has a different idea of how the game should be ran. So there's always going to be controversy. You know, I'm very positive about these things. I think that people take stuff way out of hand just because it's just like a trend to hate on things. When you hate on something, you get way more views and likes and all that than when you actually genuinely talk about it, see it from both sides. Nobody wants to see that. Everybody just wants to watch hate. So that's why right off the bat, I can tell that this is going to get a lot of hate. And me personally, I'm going to try to stay as positive as possible because I want my videos and my gameplay and all that to be positive. I want you to be able to open up YouTube, launch a TMH video, and I want you to smile or have a good time. I don't want you watching these videos just to absolutely hate your life. Because I know when you're watching somebody hating on another person, it does not make me feel good. So I definitely don't think it'll make someone else feel good. So yeah, a little bit of rambling out of the way. So if you don't know, the controversy is right now, there are two things. One, the summer sale that we have right now is actually, it was broken right at launch. I don't know the exact specifics, but basically people were maxing out the event, getting 25,000 unit milestones by just spending like 1,000 units. I will pull up Seaton's video here just to show the screenshot. We're not actually going to watch this video, but I just want to shout out Seaton for making a video on this. If you guys want to be more informed, please go watch him. Also, Legacy has made a video. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you know who those streamers and video makers are, but we're going to pull up Seaton's video to pull up the screenshot real quick. So in this screenshot, you can see the unit deal is like 188. I think it's what it cost for. That is the tier 2 bundle. I think. No, it's the tier 3. The tier 3 bundle cost 4,000 units. People were getting it for 188. Now, you can also see it is bugged because it's giving out revives, and it's not giving out, it's giving out the Nexus Crystal or whatever here. So it's a little bit bugged, but people were basically getting all the offers for very cheap. If you don't know, the first tier is 1,000. You have to buy the 1,000 tier at least once to unlock the second tier. Then you get the 2,000 tier, vice versa, whatever. You get the 2,000 tier, you unlock the 3,000 tier by buying the 2,000 tier, and then you have them all unlocked. You can buy whatever you want. So basically what people were doing at the launch of the event, it was bugged and was not showing the unit price correctly. So people were able to max out the event by spending the 188 units here, but I'm pretty sure it would count as spending 4,000 units. So you can see the issue. Somebody can buy this 4 times, which would be 16,000 units worth, but they're only spending like 800 units. So that is a big issue there. They're getting a lot of resources. That is 4 rank 4s and many greater empowered crystals for very, very cheap. Also, well, actually, no, the tier 3, wait, is it changed? Oh, there was a tier 4. I forgot I bought both tier 4 bundles. There was also a tier 4 bundle, but I bought both of those for 6,000 units that had rank 5s in them. Sorry, I completely forgot there's 4 tiers. But yeah, basically people were buying that for very, very cheap, and a lot of people are blaming Kabam, and they're saying that they feel very, very scammed because there are certain people who bought it. I think that's how the story goes. Now, please, if you know anything else or anybody's watching this, please leave down in the comments what actually happened. I think this is what happened. This is what I've gathered, but I've tried to do as much research as possible, but everybody's just so mad they're not making sense right now. So I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And people just feel like they are scammed because people like me, for example, spent 20,000 units on this event, and other people spent technically 800 units and they got the 20,000 unit milestone. So, me personally, I do think it really does suck because, like, technically, if I just would have bought stuff instantly, maybe I could have spent less units. But you can't have that mindset, because if everybody has that mindset in the game, then the game's just not going to be able to work. 800 units is like the equivalent to like $20 or something, if that. It is not worth much. So if everybody spent $20 instead of $1,000 on this event to max it out completely, Kabam ain't making any money. So, and they won't be able to make this game. So that is one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is, yes, that 800 units, a lot of people, that's about their max cap is 800 units. So that would have went a long ways for certain people. So I just think people need to chill out, let Kabam figure it all out. It does really suck. Does really suck for certain people, and it helps a lot of other people. A lot of people that got all those unit deals for cheap. So I do see why everybody is hating and can be mad. Me personally, I already went into these deals knowing that I'm going to spend a lot of units. So the fact that I did spend a lot of units, it does not bother me at all. Now, if this was a thing where Kabam has this event every single year and you spend 500 units, you need a bunch of value, and then for some reason this year you had to spend 20,000 units instead of the 500 or whatever, yeah, that would really, really bug me. But this is the July 4th event. It is the same every year. There is Odins, and then you use those units from the Odins and you buy deals in the actual in-game store and you just rank up champions. So that doesn't really bother me. So we got that out of the way. That's a lot of controversy. I kind of summarized that very quickly. Please go watch Seaton's video on it, or anybody that is making a video on this. I don't have all the facts there. That's just kind of what I know. But this is one that I do know a lot about. So Archangel, if you didn't know, that is the chase champ. There's the Ascended Pig and Archangel. Archangel is the champion. You're spending 20,000 units to get. That's how I got him, and I got him on the web store, I believe. But you spend 20,000 units, and you get this Chad right here, which I made a video on. I've played with him a lot more. I like him way more. I definitely had to play with him a couple of times to get used to him again, but he's a lot of fun. But that being said, they have changed some stuff in his kit. So I'm actually going to pull up Discord right here. I'm in the Legacy server. And this guy posted this picture here of what it was before. So in the CCP beta is, I believe, what it was before the update. This is what it read before, and then this is what it is now. This is what it looks like in game. So CCP beta says Archangel's ability actually cannot be decreased by his opponent's abilities, and in the current day, Archangel's personal abilities cannot have their ability actually reduced. So right off the bat, they just changed some stuff, and they didn't really tell anybody that they were changing stuff. At least they didn't make it very known, because I did not know they were going to change the wording. But I do like that they are changing the wording, because a lot of OG characters in the game, their wording does not make sense. And a champion nowadays, the wording in the their abilities tab, they make everything very, very crystal clear. They basically explain the whole champion's kit, where a lot of OG champions, they don't really get that luxury. They were very simplified back then. So right off the bat, I'm fine with them updating that, because Archangel is going to be a meta relevant champion for a while as a 7-star, so people are going to want to know how he works. The problem lies where he's actually been silently nerfed, and Kabam didn't know that he got nerfed. And the problem that lies there is, for one, he was silently nerfed, and people just spent a butt ton of money to get Archangel, and he got nerfed. That sucks a lot, because we are not playing the same Archangel we know and love from years ago. Basically, his ability actually can be reduced right now just by certain things. I don't know quite how it works. People are saying that they used to be able to take Red Skull and Magneto with and they were able to parry 100% of the time, and now they cannot. And there's even video proof, I believe, in Nick136 channel, where he showcases this and he plays against a Red Skull. Me personally, I don't remember before the 7-star Archangel if he's really been nerfed or not. I have not basically experienced any of that, so I can't say for sure if he was nerfed or not, but I can say there are people saying that he has been nerfed, and even Kabam responded in the forums. I'm not going to scroll through all the forums and find it. It's going to take a while, but they basically responded saying, hey, we have a game team looking at this nerf, and they did call it a nerf, and they say that we believe he actually has been nerfed. So they just confirmed that he has been nerfed, but they also confirmed they didn't mean to. That is scary, because there's 3 spending events in a year that I always said that there are 3 big spending events. There's July 4th, there's Cyber Weekend, and then there's Banquet. There's also like the Metamorphosis event, which is always like the spring cleaning type thing, and there's always like the Poolies event and stuff like that. There's a bunch of spending events, but those 3 are the massive ones. What sucks is this is 2 events in a row where something has been bugged. In Banquet last year, if you didn't know, Hulkling, Valkyrie, and actually Hercules were bugged. They were not doing the correct damage for a long time, and Kabam didn't know. They had no idea that this has happened. And it took them a very, very long time. So people like me who took up Hulkling as their first rank 5 too, kind of felt kind of shafted because they spent all this money on this champion or got lucky pulling this champion, and they're just a form of what they used to be. It does not seem like Kabam has any malicious intent with this. They genuinely do seem, just from my point of view, they seem like they don't mean to do this. But the problem is, you can't be selling champions that are these amazing meta S tier champions, and you can't have people spending 20,000 units on them for them to be broken and bugged at launch. That sets a very bad precedent, and that is not good. What's stopping the next big pay event? What's stopping people from just not buying those champions now because they think they're going to be bugged? That is 2 events in a row where the champion is bugged. I just think they got to have a better hold on that. That is my take. I know Kabam, they have said they are working on it and they are looking into it. So obviously, I don't think they meant for it to happen. I think they literally just meant to change how this is worded, and they accidentally, by doing so, they like messed up his kit. I don't know how that works. I'm not a game designer, but that's what I think has happened. That's just, I don't believe Kabam should be getting all the hate they are getting right now, but I do see that point of view where that's 2 big, massive spending events where champions were bugged and not what they once were. And those champions are the ones that you are paying money for. They aren't just random champions, like, for example, if Hulk, 7-star Hulk, a launch pool champion, if he just randomly got bugged. Nobody has paid money for Hulk in such a long time. Like, if he randomly got bugged, it would suck a lot for all those Hulk players out there. But they would still fix it, obviously, but it wouldn't suck as much as Archangel is bugged. So, that is my complete take on the event and everything that's going on. I do kind of want to give Kabam the benefit of the doubt right now because they do genuinely seem like they are trying to fix it. Now, if it is their intent to silently nerf Archangel and then they got caught doing it, which I don't believe it is, but if that is their intent, because they did not mention anything about an Archangel nerf, then I do not agree with that whatsoever. I believe that is scamming, and I don't agree with that at all. If you're gonna sell a champion for that price point, you got to be crystal clear on what that champion is going to be able to do. Now, that is the end of my rant. That's just kind of what my thoughts and kind of take on the situation is give Kabam time and they'll figure it out. But I do believe they need to start getting a better grasp on things, because if they keep having events launch with issues, like towers launch with issues, if they just keep having stuff launching with issues, then it is going to set a bad precedent, and that's going to really deter most of the player base from basically doing all this content. But yeah, guys, that is my take on the event and the Archangel nerf. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I have a great gameplay showcase coming out tomorrow. I was really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.